Part 27. Sometimes it can be useful to be able to throw people away. From this part to part 33, I'm going to show you a few ways we can do this with safety to ourselves as the number one concern. There are all kinds of throws a person can do. In a sport or competition, all kinds of throws are used to take their opponent to the ground. This ground is soft. Some of these moves take a lot of time or effort, and others require you to wrestle with them. We will not be looking at these things in this series, because in the real world you don't have that sort of time or comfortable surfaces. People wear shoes, and there are usually other people around that can or will attack you when you're in this vulnerable state. It will usually be the head they attack. This is explained in more detail in part 22. I'm going to go through applications that concentrate on the risk that there's more than one attacker. I ask you, if you're busy wrestling or trying to dominate someone, as it's commonly referred to, on the ground, and there are other aggressors around, what will happen to you? Who knows, there may be a brick lying on the ground near them. It's fine for sports, but in true combat situations, you'll be in serious danger. Risks that are never worth taking. Here the attacker punches towards the head. I catch the arm lightly, allowing him to continue moving towards me. I shift my body to the side as I catch and step behind him with my left leg. My left arm is placed under his arm, locking him in place, and my head is turned away. The reason my head is turned away is because I have to release the grip, and this can cause their arm to retract, flop, or drop into me. But because of the angle of the arm, it's almost impossible for him to connect to the head. At this point, the body should be turned and the arm dropped into them like a powerful whip. There are very slight variations that will change the end result of this application, the power delivered, and what your intentions are. A technique like this will allow a person to get away, but there are subtle things you may not have noticed when initially seeing this. There are two ways demonstrated here. The first is to move them away. The second is to do more. Here you see him attack and moved further away. This can be used to throw into another aggressor or solid object. I catch him and use my forearm to adjust his body. I now shift my body towards him. I use the arm that I caught to push as my forearm throws him away. This is very different and takes much more practice. As I adjust my feet to the right place, I use guiding and tension control here. This is so his arm continues, but his body freezes. I catch from the outside lightly, which allows continuation of his arm. I need to do this to get the correct distance. My hand slides under his to the inside, and I let go as I throw my arm up. Notice my hand is now on the outside of his again. I place my foot down as I whip down my arm on the side of his neck. Here my hand adjusts his arm to guide him and to keep it away from my head. This set of movements will send them crashing to the ground. The injury to the neck is another story. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button, consider subscribing, leave a comment, and if you know someone that can find this useful, please share it with them. Until next time, careful thought and observation leads to clarity of judgment. This judgment leads to taking the correct actions.